As industries look to build and expand natural gas infrastructure, they are running into roadblocks across the country. The latest one here in Arizona, the small community of Haystack Ranches.
The only time there's ever noise out here is when the wind is blowing the trees, the leaves rattle.
Nearly 100 people enjoy the quiet of Haystack Ranches. Now many worry noise and potential pollution are coming. The state approved a deal with Kinder Morgan this month, allowing the company to build a natural gas compressor station about a third a mile from here.
We have people who've come out here and built their homes, their livelihoods here. This matters. I can't do it without crying. I'm sorry.
The compressor station, shown here on 7 acres in a rendering from the company, will run on a 5,000 horsepower engine 24/7, pushing gas through an existing underground pipeline, a way to boost production for Southwest Gas. One study says compressor stations pose air quality concerns. Records show the state land department first opposed the site and supported one about a mile further to the north, surrounded by foothills. That's the site residents wanted.
The commissioner of state land came out. They saw it. They wrote it up that they will not support the southern site. They would support the northern site. So we thought we were in really good shape.
Yavapai County Commissioner Chris Kuknyo is now asking Governor Katie Hobbs to direct the land department, which she oversees, to stop the deal from going forward.
I don't really know where this came down to reverse this decision, but we really need Governor Hobbs to step up. It's her department.
How did Kinder Morgan change minds? In July, the state land department denied Kinder Morgan's choice to put the compressor at the site closest to homes. But Kinder Morgan was not satisfied, telling the state if they did not reconsider, Kinder Morgan may exercise its eminent domain authority. In other words, take advantage of a federal law in an attempt to force the issue.
We have this corporation threatening our state. If you don't give us this, we're going to take it.
These homeowners allege Kinder Morgan misrepresented the actual topography and distances in a bid to get approval from the federal agency, FERC, for the site.
We asked why there was no independent verification of the information they were given by Kinder Morgan. And basically they said that they took their responses as sworn testimony.
They require us to be specific about items, to lay it out in a certain way, and to describe it clearly and plainly.
Kinder Morgan VP Alan Ford defended the accuracy of his company's reports.
So what you're telling me in terms of Kinder Morgan's forthrightness and truthfulness with FERC is what?
Is what we file with FERC, we have to stand by. We have to tell them what we are doing, the specifics of that. It's a very specific regulatory process.
There is also an audio recording these homeowners say is more relevant now. During a meeting with residents a year ago, one homeowner told Ford they needed power companies to show they have a moral compass.
Listen, if I didn't have a moral compass, I wouldn't be sitting here. Okay. We tell you to go pound sand, and we'll ram this down your throat to the federal government. Okay. That's what we could do. Yeah. Right. And if we fight, it would be ugly, it would be unpleasant, it would be horrible, but we don't do that as a company.
How did you take that kind of language from Kinder Morgan?
I took it as a veiled threat that that's exactly the type of company that they are.
They basically have a big ego. They don't want to have a community like ours push them around because it might set a precedent.
Going back to the comments you made to some of these citizens, can you see why they could view this as a veiled threat?
I do recall this conversation. It was related to one of the participants in the meeting was feeling that we were being disingenuous, that we weren't being honest. I said, look, other companies may do things. Other companies may come in and say, we're just going to do this and your participation doesn't matter. The bottom line was, we don't do that. I didn't know this was being taped. I thought it might be taped. That's okay. I understand.
Kinder Morgan has submitted an environmental impact study. The State Department of Environmental Quality has signed off. A spokesperson for Governor Katie Hobbs says the land department negotiated to get added fire safety and protections against noise pollution, adding the Department of Environmental Quality has reviewed air quality impacts to be sure Haystack residents continue to breathe healthy air.
This is not a 40,000 horsepower. It's a 5,000 horsepower. It's a small station. And I know there's still a lot of interest and concerns amongst residents. I appreciate that. We want to continue to have a dialogue.
Near Chino Valley, Joe Dana, 12 News.